How's everybody doing this morning? This is L.A.Kendrick with another tale from the vault of Would You Dare. Remember, guys, keep an open mind. View this information as you will. We're just here brainstorming. We're just here talking. On the ride home, or the ride to work, or wherever our destination may take us, right? But I want to ask a question, trying to take too much of you guys' time, but I appreciate all the new subscribers. I appreciate you guys chiming in. I appreciate your comments. I really do. But the question I want to ask, right, is about the afterlife. Whether you believe in it, whether you don't believe in it. Again, we're just talking here. We're just brainstorming. So the party don't start till you walk in, and now that you're here, let's begin. Now, I believe that there's an afterlife. When you leave, when you die, you pass on, that you go to a higher level. Kind of like this sky in the background, which is very, very convenient and very impressive. That goes along with this topic. But do you think that there are consequences on how you go out? For example, is there some kind of residual voice or impact or force that's left behind if you go out the wrong way? Primarily suicide. We're going to talk about suicide because, violent deaths and things like that have been noted. They say are one of the primary reasons that people haunt and come back and don't stay gone and, things like that. But what I'm asking is, the question that I'm asking is there a consequence, or are there consequences for how your soul is going to be judged and weighed when you leave this earth if you do it through suicide? Because I've always been told there's a penalty when you take your own life. Which brings me to this story. A couple of years back at this other apartment complex that I was staying at, we noticed they had this place taped off. They had it taped off. The pool was taped off, and it was really weird. It was like a crime scene. None of us really knew what was going on, but we kept we were asking the question as to what was going on. Then the pool was closed after the investigation or the cops or whatever had left. The pool was closed. So we were asking the question at the front office, and the front office wouldn't tell us. I'm thinking, okay, okay, whatever. And what was impressive was that there was a guy that used to live on the site with us. He had a daughter and his wife, and he had asked him what was going on, and he had found out that one of the guys, he lived by himself, no family, no one living with him, anything like that. It's just him. And he killed himself. And they say he drowned himself in the pool. Now you got to think, man, if you drown yourself in a pool, and I think the pool, the biggest, I think it was 6 foot, maybe 5 foot, 4 foot, something like that. I'm not mistaken. I never went through the pool. And nonetheless, he killed himself. Drowned himself. That's a heck of a way to go, man. Drown yourself. And he must have wanted to go pretty bad to go out like that. And I think the guy's name was Steve that was talking to me. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just trying to remember the guy's name. And he had told me, he hate the way the complex does stuff. And I do too, because I think there's something like that you probably want to tell somebody about. You want to let the people know. I don't know why you would not want to tell them that. I don't know. I don't get some of the stuff, some of the information that they try to withhold from people. It's kind of childish in my opinion, but nonetheless, I would say about a week, between a week and 3 to 4 days myself and Steve started noticing some weird stuff popping off around the apartment complex. And again, keep an open mind, man. I don't know what to tell you. But it was just weird stuff happening all the time after that. And then it just suddenly stopped. As quickly as it started, it stopped just as quickly, equally as quick. And so me and Steve were like, okay. So I go running. I do a lot of jogging, but I jog at 4 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 4:35, 5 o'clock, to not be predictable. And because they have a track that was close to the apartment complex that I would use, because I like to get out and run and be by myself and, get my thoughts and collect my thoughts and get it in and get it out without worrying about people and their pets and their dogs and all the other stuff that goes along with, running and dealing with people when you're trying to, take care of your fitness or. And so I was out, and a couple of mornings, man, right around 4 o'clock, something like that, I would hear this crying. Steve said he heard it too. I couldn't figure out. Let's just call him Steve just for intents and purposes. And I said, well, what do you think it is? He said, I don't know. And I mean, you could never pinpoint the area, or you could never pinpoint what it was. There was no person, you couldn't see what it was or where it was coming from. Again, I don't know what it was. He doesn't know what it was. We're not saying what it is. All I know is it sounded pretty messed up. And it sounded like somebody wailing. It sounded like a banshee. It sounded like a witch. It sounded like somebody in a lot of pain. It sounded female. And I might post it. I might post the video because the second time it happened, I recorded it. Actually, it was the third time. Because I said, this is not a coincidence. And remember, it started just as soon as it stopped, it started the same way. It started suddenly and then it ended. It just stopped and didn't do it again after that ever. But again, it was all kinds of like weird stuff, and I'm wondering what that could have been. Could have been any kind of correlation to, they say that where they say wraiths and stuff like that wail and scream and hoot and holler when people leave this earth and their souls are being drug off to hell, if you would. Because again, I've heard that suicide is one of those unforgivable sins. Suicide, blasphemy, things like that. Those are those unforgivable sins. So I mean, like, I'm wondering if that's what it was. Because, like, again, I have the recording, and I'm not saying what it was or anything like that. You decide. If someone wants me to post it, let me know. I'll post it. I'll make it part 2 of this, and you tell me what you think it is. Because I'm looking around trying to figure out what it is. I'm on my balcony, like, what the heck? And I mean, it's dark, and it was like trees in one area, and again, I can't pinpoint where the sound is coming from or what's making that sound. And it got loud. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think there are consequences behind taking your own life? Do you think that there are things that come get you? You think that there's some kind of what do they call it? An echo. Once you leave here abruptly, and in particular, taking your own life, would you dare want to be the person that took that chance for the experiment to see if there's any truth to it? I don't know. Me personally, I do believe there's an afterlife. There's a lot of things out there that we don't understand. There's a lot of things that people try to cut themselves off from and act as if, well, no, that doesn't exist or whatever. And it's a lot of people just, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think. But again, we're just talking, giving back to the fans. And again, I appreciate all of you guys that have subscribed to it. So please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You guys are helping it grow. I never thought I had 116. Now today I got 150. Never thought I'd have that many people. Again, was just basically doing this to get back to the fans. And again, if you guys want me to post that video, I'll just make it part 2. You guys tell me what you think it is. Because whatever this is sounds like it's in pain. And, I mean, it sounds like a woman. But I'm just saying, at the time of that guy taking his own life, it just started abruptly. It just started out of nowhere. Early in the morning, like the 3, 4, 5 o'clock time frame. So in closing, y'all know how we do it. Make sure you check the dark recesses of your home. Check the closets. And if you happen to work late at night and early into the wee hours of the morning, make sure you check outside of you check your environment, you check around, make sure you're self-aware of what's going on around you. Check under your car, you check inside of your car, because you never know what's lurking in the dark, waiting to make you a story. And this has been L.A.Kendrick, closing out the vault. You guys, feel free to fill in the rest.